Before we start this video, I just want to make a quick shout out to my Spotify. You can now listen to my videos on the go on Spotify. I'll put the link somewhere up here. Yeah, up here looks good. And also, we've been going crazy on TikTok. Some short form content exactly like these videos, but more for the brain rotted people just like me. So if you like short form content, go check out the TikTok. We've been doing a journaling series where I journal every day my thoughts. We're almost at day 100. Tonight is day 99, so tomorrow is the big 100. If you know what, if you know, you know. So I'll put the screenshot up here and also put the link down below. Go show some support, go show some love. It will be heavily appreciated. Anyways, let's get to the video. It's a beautiful night out here in Madrid, Spain. It's almost 10 p.m. right now, and there's been one specific thought that's been on my mind for the past couple days now. And I don't know if you noticed, we got a new mic now. So I'm not holding on to these white shitty headphones anymore. We got a professional mic now. We've been upgrading the content setup. So expect more, expect better. But yeah, there's been a couple or one specific thought that's been on my mind for a couple days now. And I don't know if you know, but like this past year, these past couple months, I've been going through my own healing journey of a very, very messy breakup. And I've been trying my best to move on, to move forward in my life and to let go. And here's where the thought comes in. I never really learned how to let go. I don't think I ever learned how to let go. I've learned how to move on, how to keep myself busy, how to distract myself enough to get through the day. But letting go, I don't think I ever fully done that. Because letting go isn't just about losing someone. It's about accepting that sometimes, or that something that meant everything to you isn't a part of your life anymore. And that's hard. Not in a loud way, but more in a quiet way. In a way that it shows up randomly. On random days, like when something small happens and your first instinct is, damn, I want to text them about this right now. And then you remember, you can't. And trust me, it happens to me a lot, because sometimes you can hear a song or go to a place or even think in a certain way, and it all just brings you back, that damn nostalgia. Back to how things used to feel, back how things used to feel with them. And that's the part I struggle with. Not the ending, but mostly the memories, because memories don't leave. They stay exactly the same feeling, that same energy, the same version of you. And sometimes I don't want to let that go yet, because I know my mind wants to let go of everything, but I don't think my heart wants that just yet, you know. Because letting go feels almost like I'm saying it didn't matter. It feels like I'm erasing something that was once very real to me. And I know that's not true, but it feels that way. So instead, I tend to hold on to the memories, to the feelings, to the conversations, that late night talks I had with them. And I don't do it in an obvious way, not texting, not reaching out, but mostly mentally. Replaying things in my mind, revisiting moments, holding on to a version of people that don't exist anymore. And I'm gonna keep it a buck, it's exhausting, to be honest, because a part of me knows I need to move forward in my life. A part of me knows that it's over with, I gotta let go. But also another part of me is still attached to what was. And I think a lot of that comes from not having closure, or enough closure, and also not having a clear ending. Because sometimes things don't end with answers, they just end with more questions, and they go make my mind crazy. I'm not swearing. And sometimes things just fade away, and you're just left to figure it out on your own, left to process feelings that never felt or were never fully expressed, left to carry conversations that never happened. And how do you let go of something that never really closed? You don't. At least not right away. You carry it with you. You learn how to live with it, and over time it hurts a little less. Like, I'm gonna be honest, in the beginning of this whole breakup, of this whole moving on, healing journey, I was losing my mind the first couple months. But now I can admit it is easier. It is going through a better phase right now. But it's also because I've learned how to live with the pain, how to live with the struggles, how to live with the memories and the nostalgia. And over time, it hurts a little less, but it doesn't disappear. And maybe that's the truth nobody really talks about. Letting go isn't just a one-time decision. It's something you have to keep doing over and over and over again. Every time you think about them, every time you feel that pull that you need to text them back, every time you feel that you need to reach out, or every time your mind goes back to those exact moments, you have to remind yourself, they're not a part of your life anymore. They're not a part of my life anymore. And it's heavy. It's very heavy because sometimes you don't want to accept it. My mind has accepted it, but my heart hasn't accepted it just yet. Sometimes you'd rather stay connected through the memories than face the emptiness of moving on. Sometimes you just want to stay delusional. The Lulu is the Salulu, you know? But holding on has a cost. Nothing is free in this life. It keeps you stuck between the past and the present. Not fully there, but not here either, you know? And I've realized something recently. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean it didn't matter at all. It just means you stop trying to keep it alive. You stop trying to keep that flame alive. You stop revisiting it like it happened or like it's still happening. You stop giving energy to something that already ended. And trust me, that's not easy. Yes, it's not easy. Especially when it means a lot, especially when that love that you felt was something that was very real, especially when it changed you. Because to me, it changed me to a much different person. Because I'm not the same person I was when I was with them or even after them. I'm a completely different person. I feel like I've evolved. And also, especially when a part of you still wishes it worked out. Because I'm gonna keep it $1.50. Sometimes I wish it worked out. Sometimes I wish they were right there next to me making this video with me, you know? But instead of me talking about letting go, it was talking about something else. And I don't think I'll ever be that type of person who lets go easily. I've always had a problem with that. And the more that I think about it, the more I'm starting to think that maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe it just means that I feel things very deeply. Maybe it means that when I care, I actually really care. But I'm still learning that I can feel deeply without staying stuck. I can remember without holding on. I can accept something that mattered without needing it to still exist, you know? And maybe that's what letting go actually is. Not losing it, just placing it where it belongs, in the past. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to like forget everything and just like move on and pretend like they're not alive. No. You need to sit with your feelings. Understand them. Write them down. And actually think about what went wrong, what went right. And one misconception I've seen people saying is as soon as you break up with someone or as soon as your friendship or your friend do you wrong, you just need to delete everything, delete all the pictures, all the memories, and just pretend like they never happened. Trust me, that makes it worse. But you need to make it happen naturally. You need to naturally let life do its course, let time do its thing. And that's what I'm starting to do, letting it sit in the past, because as much as I want to, I can't go back and change the past. What happened has happened, and as much as I hate what happened, I gotta move on. I gotta go on with my life. I gotta stay true to myself, keep on meditating, keep on trusting God's plan and trusting myself. Because when God takes away a person from your life, He's gonna reward you with someone much better. But in order for God to reward you with someone much better, you need to become much better. So yeah, it's been a long time since I made a video. I've been very busy, lazy to be honest, but now I got the mic. I'm feeling very professional right now, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, as always, don't forget, stay real.